What is up, people? Alrighty, we are live. It's been an interesting day, but it's Sunday. Week's about to pick back up. Um, Another awesome day. So this is my GrundyTV page. It's where I talk about travel, uh, places to go this year, bucket list trips, travel hacks, um, the whole nine. So reviews, that type of thing. But so let's get right into it. Again, today is Sunday, the 18th. I thought it was the 19th. I got my Tampico, so I'm good. Um, First off, let me say 2024 is going by fast, man. Oh man. But yeah. So me personally, I've been experiencing with the train a little bit more, and I would just say I'm enjoying the train more than the plane. Like yeah, it takes a little bit longer, but the experience is more intimate to me. There's more room. Like for me, I'm 6'2", so there's more leg room. Like you got a table in your area, and you could probably seat six people, but four adults. I know it's sit down and be comfortable. On a plane, it's just three seats. It is what it is, um, and that ain't fun all the time, especially for us bigger people. So yeah, the train to me is where it's at, and it's not that expensive. It's not as expensive as I thought it would be. I'll put it like that. And they do have meals on the train. They got cars. Like so, the train I rode was to California from Utah, and they have cars like towards the middle of the train that are glass, mostly glass, so you can see. And the chairs in there moving around and stuff. It's kind of like if you've ever been on a bass fishing boat or a boat, the chairs turn around so you can actually like see around the whole cabin or the car, and it's just fun. Like the whole experience is different. You don't have to play, but it's just I feel like a sardine or something in there because there's no room to move. And nobody really wants to be shoved up. And like the last time I got on a plane, man, this lady just kept taking the armrest, and it just got annoying. So I was like, I'll just put my arm at the back. She can have the front, and she can still come to the back and move. And I'm just like, this sucks. But on the plane, I mean, on the train, it's you got almost a booth, basically a booth. And if you ever eaten at a restaurant, which I know most people have, in a booth, you have way more space. So again, on the train, you're already winning because you got space, especially if you're a bigger person. So much space. And then even when you're eating, everything on the plane is like rushed. The train is more intimate. It's more like a get to know you thing or enjoy it thing. Um, yeah, for me, I wish trains were like in Japan where they were really fast. You know, Maybe that'll take away from the intimacy and the enjoyment or whatever, but I still think you'd have more room on those trains if they were still outfitted the way they are now. Because, man, on a plane, I'm telling you, like, funny story, not the last flight I took, but a couple flights ago, there was a stinky person. I'm not going to say male or female, but they were really sweaty and they sat next to me and they were basically getting me wet. And not like wet, wet, not, not. But they were getting their sweat and perspiration on me, and I was just like, so my arms wet, and it wasn't an enjoyable experience. They ended up falling asleep, and it was like being on the farm again. I'm telling you, I was just like, man, this flight needs to be over. But it's getting to the point where I'm not like super irritable. I just don't like to be stuck. Like being stuck on there is interesting to me, and that's what it feels like being on a plane. It feels like you're stuck. So for me, I'm just like, I'd rather ride a train and be able to enjoy it at least a little bit. But again, a lot of a plane is faster. Like most definitely, a plane is way faster. Unless you're riding a train somewhere like within like 20, 30 miles, 40 miles, then a train is definitely faster than a plane. But yeah, it just gets to the point where you want to enjoy the ride a little bit. And I can't really enjoy the plane rides no more, especially with people, you know. And sometimes it's just like you already know it's not going to be a good ride. So yeah, travel hack for 2024 is if you're going somewhere that has a train and you have a like couple more hours to spare, hey, catch a train. Catch a train. Enjoy that train ride. Like you can take a nap on there most. Man, it's nice. It's nice. They even have spots on there where you can sleep. Yeah, they do have cars that have beds in them, so you can go to sleep. I am so serious. So it's kind of like, yeah, yeah, I ride the train. But again, for me, I still like the planes because they're faster. But at the same time, the train ride is nice. The train ride is you can stretch out, especially if you're taller like me. You can stretch out, move your legs. Just have that room to move, to kick back, to lay down, and do whatever. Like if you're going on the train ride with somebody, like you both have a booth, and you got space. On a plane, there's only like two spaces, three spaces, so it's kind of like, what you gonna do? Um, like I said, they serve food just like on a plane. Have beds. They have like cars set up just for observation, so you can look out and do your pictures and all that stuff. It's made to be more intimate, basically, and I like it. I ain't gonna lie, I like it a lot. But I'm not just saying that because I ride trains now, but I've always liked to have room to move. And on a plane, you usually got to, people can say first class. It's like, okay, yeah, first class. But at the same time, that that first class ride ain't under like 2 hours. So again, you're getting rushed on that train. You get to enjoy that ride. I think it was 9 hours to Oakland. Yeah, and man, it was an awesome ride the whole time. Like the experience on a train is way different than a plane anyway. So it's just all about like getting on the train. Um, some people ask me like, is it the same as a bus? And I'm like, no, I rode a Greyhound before, and it ain't a Greyhound experience. Nah, it really ain't. Again, like I said, it's more intimate and relaxing to me. Like I said, I just feel like I could kick back when I was on the train. On the plane, you ain't kicking back. Not if you over 6 foot. You got enough room to wiggle, but you ain't got enough room to move. Like you can wiggle a little bit, but you ain't gonna just chill and lay back like you're in a recliner. No. Then on the last ride, there was a bigger person behind me, and every time they moved, they hit my seat. I'm like, oh, oh. So again, we get back to that whole intimate thing where there's more room and stuff, and it's like I said, if you haven't rode a train, like ride a train. I ain't talking about like the train in your city, like that just goes from like maybe 30, 40 miles. But I'm talking about ride a train to another state and go to a major city or something. Like if you're in Arkansas, ride the train to I think the Dallas. I'm telling you, you'll enjoy it. Again, like when I'm going to the East Coast from here, like I haven't rode a train from Utah to the East Coast, but Utah to the West Coast, oh yeah, most definitely. Unless I got to get there really quick, I'm gonna ride a train. Um, there's a couple. If you're up in the Denver area, there's a couple trains that come through there that go straight across. Like you get the whole enjoyment, you get the whole fulfilling ride going across the U.S. Um, last time I looked at that, the price on it was maybe 239, 289, which is cheaper than some plane tickets from Denver to maybe New York or New Jersey or whatever. So again, it just depends. Like if you got some time to, like if you're trying to get some leisure time and you have that time to spare, ride a train. Like ride the train. I'm telling you. If you ain't got time, don't worry about it. You know, get on the plane and be squished and don't have no room to move and pay the extra. I think I paid the extra for the leg room and stuff, and it was I got the leg room on the plane, but the person behind me was still like me in my seat when they moved. Like I said, it was a bigger person. So when I rode the train, well, when I have rode the train, it's comfortable. It's enjoyable. Sometimes you get on the plane and you're like, man, I just want to get, you know, and it again, it's one of those things I don't think a lot of people really think about it anymore because everybody's all about catching a plane somewhere. Like I don't catch buses that much. That's one thing I'm not gonna lie about. Like I don't catch no buses. That's a long trip. But on a train, yeah, I'll catch the train. I'll catch the train. I'll ride the plane. That's about it. I mean, a bus will be pushing it for me. Yeah, but yeah, for my 2024 bucket list things, take your train ride. I think trains are everywhere too. Most of the time, anywhere you have a front runner or something like a front runner, they usually have a train that goes somewhere else. Because especially in Texas, I know they have the Dart out there or whatever, but they also have another train, and usually it's red, white, and blue. I've noticed that, or it's blue and white, or yellow and white, and that's the train that usually goes to different states. But just do some research, look into it, look and see like what train you got in your state, and take your train ride. Choo choo. What was that song? Come on, ride this train. Mhm. Yeah, okay. Most of y'all probably too young or too old to know that song. But yeah, 2024 to hop on the train, enjoy a train ride, especially out to Cali. Either go to Cali or go east to maybe New York, New Jersey, one of those, and enjoy the ride. And enjoy it. It's one of those things where you can hop on it, and I don't think you have to switch trains, but I know they tell you like all the stops that are coming up. So like the conductor or whatever, he'll tell you like, oh, the next stop is such and such. So you'll know where you're going, and they got brochures and all that stuff too. But again, it's a great experience. I enjoyed it. So I've noticed that a lot of East Coast travel has, oh, that's the word I'm looking for. been less expensive than West Coast. I had to think on that one. But yeah, if you trying to go somewhere east, um, in the last few months, it's been not as bad as West. It really hasn't. Because I'm looking at some things on the East Coast right now, and they are very attainable. So yeah, if you're trying to travel, do it before spring break if you can, and then try to hop back and do it maybe the beginning of the summer. But yeah, right now it's not as expensive as it was. I don't think last year this time, and that's just me speaking on like from my travel experience where I go. Um, but yeah, it's a good time to travel. You know, the weather ain't the best. Um, it's snowing and raining here. I think it was raining in Cali this weekend too. So it's not the best time to travel right now, but it'll be clearing up. Like it was sunny today after it snowed, and then it melted all the snow, and then it was just wet. So yeah, if you're trying to travel, like pick a place, and sometimes it's cool to just take a flight. You know, if you want to go out somewhere, just catch that flight, or hop on that train. Don't even matter. Like whatever gets you to where you need to be. But again, a train ride's gonna be relaxing. You know, like I said, you'll be on there. I'm telling you. Like yeah, it's gonna have a couple of jokes and jumps and stuff, but that train ride is gonna be nice. You know, on that flight, that when you hit that turbulence, you ah, and it's not that enjoyable. You know, and again about the space, you know, like you're right here, right here, right here. You know, on that train, you got a booth. And then if you don't want that booth, like I said, they got cars with beds in them, so you can actually like rent you a car with a bed in it and go to sleep on the train ride. Like it's bananas, man. It's bananas in pajamas. But yeah. So like I said, if you really trying to relax on a trip, like take that plane ride. I mean, take that train ride. Big rhymes. And maybe ride that plane back. You know, take the train right there, or maybe ride the train back and take a plane there. But you will enjoy it. I'm telling you. Like I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart. It was one of the most relaxing trips I've had. And if you know me, you know I travel. So it was very relaxing. And you know, you get more, especially if you're driving all the time, or you know, you're always on facilitating the trips. Like, you get to just sit there and enjoy it. You know, you ain't got to drive. You ain't got to worry about nothing but enjoying the trip. So yeah, if you don't listen to nothing else from me, catch you a train ride before the year is up. And when you do, you don't have to come back and thank me. Just make sure you enjoy it. You know, share it with somebody because it's going to be a great experience. But that is my episode for tonight. Thank you for joining me. Every Sunday, I'll be on the GrundyTV channel, you know, talking about travel or talking about where I did travel to and doing reviews. I'm gonna do a review video for tomorrow, talking about Jack in the Box in technically that'd be Syracuse or Layton. Let me check and see. But I think that Jack in the Box is considered in Layton. But I went there and I did not have a great experience. I did not. You know, it was kind of like, wow. Yeah, it's considered Syracuse. Cool. So this Jack in the Box is at 1726 Bluff Ridge Drive. Not that far from McDonald's in Syracuse, right on. To me, it's right on the border, but it might not be like officially on the border. So yeah, I went there a couple weeks ago, and um, basically I asked for like light on all the sauces. Let me see if I can find this picture. I'm still gonna do the review, the official review tomorrow, but I'll just show you what it looked like because I told them light on the sauce, easy on the sauce, and they basically said forget what you talking about. We're gonna do what we want to do. Let me see. I have to get that with the reviews. There we go. I'm gonna do my review album. There we go. Blot out. That's when McDonald's messed up. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna share this picture with y'all. Let me get real. Um, so yeah, like I said, I asked for easy on the sauce. As you can see, that's not easy on the sauce. Like you can literally see mayonnaise duped up on top of there, and there's mayonnaise like falling off. There's sauce on the wrapper. You know, I literally asked for no sauce. And if you know me, you know like I'm not gonna ask for something, and you know that's not what. Like look at that. There's like sauce duped up everywhere on the side of that, and it was easy. I literally just said no sauce. I mean, easy on the sauce. Like here's the actual receipt. Like it says easy on the ketchup right there. Easy on the mustard. Easy on the mayo. It says it right there. They did it how they wanted to do it, and like I said, after a while you get tired of like people messing up your orders and stuff because you get home and especially if you got kids, you know the kids' food is right and your food is wrong, and you're just like, and you try not to have an attitude because it has nothing to do with your kids, but you know, people do stuff like this, and it was simple. It's like literally says easy on the ketchup, easy on the mustard, easy on the mayo. Nothing hard. And they just did it their way, and I'm just like, and then when I went back and the manager acted like he had an attitude. But again, that'll be on the review for tomorrow. Um, if you got any places you want to ask me about that I've been to, you can check out the channel. And like I said, most of the last couple of months I've been going to Cali. Um, Cali's cool. It's all right. I don't like weed and stuff. So for me, like the fact that people can just smoke weed right around you, I'd have a problem with that, especially if my kids are with me. So I'm not really a fan of California that much. Um, it's a pretty place, but I'd much rather go somewhere where there's not as much smoking. So yeah. But again, thank you for joining. Make sure you tune in tomorrow because that review um, video is going up probably around noon Mountain Standard Time. So yeah. But again, thanks for joining me. Same time next week, Sunday, 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. You've been great.